As we wrap up the first week since the deadly riots hit parts of Gauteng and KZN, some victims talk about how the lootings have left them without jobs and means of livelihood. Newzroom Afrika's Mnisi spent some time in Soweto and filed this report.
It was, I think, 3 days after they looted. So we went to clean our very own store. And while we were cleaning, someone came to us and said, don't you want a tot of some whiskey that I took from your store, because if I know you're very dry, you don't have anything.
The truth in that statement is that Jabulani and his colleagues are now left high and dry. The mere suggestion of a tot of whiskey, accompanied by connotations of mockery, left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I was so angry that it even came across that to me, I almost wanted to beat them up because of I don't have any job, and someone is celebrating about however they damaged my job. So and to think that you jobless because of someone you know, it is very painful.
Jabu says, looking at the situation, he and his colleagues are even afraid to ask about salaries for this month. So for now, it's back to depending on his grandmother's social grant for him and his family of 8. But his last hope lies with the UIF.
Yes, we were registered for UIFs and whatnot. But now the only problem is that due to COVID, remember, many companies retrenched people, so they went to apply for those UIFs. So before they get to us, they have to start with those who applied first. So by the time it gets to you, you might find out that they come back to you next year around this time.
The shelves of the store stand empty and its workers are still shocked from losing their jobs. The owners count the losses from this franchise in the millions. The business benefited from a big retailer's puzzle shop franchise program and has been running since 2019.
It took Jabulani's employers about 3 years to get his store running, having spent 4.8 million rands as a startup cost and ultimately dividing it into a supermarket, butchery and liquor store. He says it pains them to have all their employees lose their jobs in this manner.
Well, for now they don't have jobs. We have 17 people that were employed here. That's excluding 6 security guards. All of them are out of work now. So we have to somehow make means, but Pick and Pay hopefully will come up with a plan for us. But as far as them having jobs, they won't have jobs until we rebuild everything, which will take at least another 6 to 8 weeks.
While government plots the next step to economic recovery for Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal, which were affected, the recent riots were noted as concern for the country's economic growth. Business owners like Madikwane are scrambling to claim from insurance, while government relief initiatives are yet to kick off.
For a little while, the looting turned tables. Some of those who didn't have now have, and those who had have lost. Both the looter and victim walk the same streets, and there's nothing but resentment, at least from the side of those who have lost their jobs. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mnisi in Soweto.